Today I'm going to give you something really useful. I want to show you how to turn mistakes into money, how to turn glitches into gold. Now, if you're running a business for yourself or in a company, you know that mistakes are going to happen. You know that during the course of events, there's going to be some cracks, some staff might screw up. These are part of the course. But what's your philosophy on that? Do you just stumble along, accept that we're going to fall over, staff are going to screw up, and just call it, well, that's part of business? Do you have a philosophy where, yeah, it's okay, just we screw up, doesn't matter, we'll just move on? Today you can't afford to do that. Upset customers, who do they tell? If you've got an unhappy customer, they're going to tell friends, colleagues, maybe family as well. But in this age, we are living in the internet age. An unhappy customer, within 2 minutes, can tell the rest of the world. You've got message forums, you've got Twitter, you've got comments pages. I'll give an example. 2 weeks ago, I took a business trip to Wellington. Hadn't been to Wellington before. Did my research, found where I was going to stay, narrowed it down to 2 hotels. Out of those 2 hotels, I Googled them and looked for the complaint section or the feedback section from travellers. One of these hotels I picked had 10 comments, bad comments, pretty much all going on the same subject, which means that hotel is making the same mistake again and again and again. So what does that tell me as a customer? They don't care. So what do? I take my business elsewhere. These message forums are the equivalent of if you owned a shop on the high street. You've invested in advertising. You're waiting for customers to come through your door. But there's a man outside your door on the high street with a big placard going, "Don't shop here, they're crap in here, don't shop here, they're rubbish." If you were in that shop and someone was doing that to you, you'd be pretty annoyed. But that's the same as what's happening on these message forums, on the internet. Like I said, you can't afford to have upset customers these days. I've got a 5-point strategy, which you can take away today, which will stop that. And not only stop it, I'm going to show you how you can turn an upset customer into a raving fan for your business and a loyal customer for life. Not only that, they're going to walk away and they're probably going to recruit more customers for you without you even asking them. Wouldn't that be good? Before I do that, I'm going to give you a quick example of service recovery. Last winter, I took my family to the Gold Coast on a holiday, a week's holiday. Again, I did all the planning online. I booked the theme parks, got the rental car, got the accommodation, planned it all nicely. Printed out all my receipts. So we arrived. We went to the Gold Coast. Booked into the SeaWorld resort. Anyone been there? SeaWorld? Good place. First day there, we checked in. A little while later, we show up at the events desk, ready to go to the Outback Spectacular show. Anybody seen that show? Horses, riders, Outback Spectacular, very good. Now, we turn up at the desk, there's a 20-year-old girl there. She's got that face saying, "Oh, there's a problem." Don't like that look. She looks at the computer. She said, "I'm sorry, but we have overbooked. We can't get you a seat tonight." So, I'm standing there with the booking confirmation, and I've got my family looking at me because I organised it, and I'm pretty embarrassed. And she's saying, "We can't get you on, I'm sorry." So I've got 2 kids, sad faces. Now, I've worked in hotels all my life. I know the scenario. I've been here before. The customer service manager probably going to come out of a door somewhere, apologise, blah, blah, blah. Or we might see a letter on our bed the following morning from the hotel manager saying, "Sorry for your inconvenience, won't happen again, yada, yada, yada." Seen it all before. That's what I'm expecting. But no, this young girl, she steps out from her desk. She comes to my children first. She kneels down, face to face with my children. She says, "How would you like to come with me at breakfast time tomorrow morning and feed our dolphins by hand and play with them?" My two kids are going, what? Cool. Then she looks at me. She realises that we've now got an evening spare. We're not going to the show. She gets on the phone to the spa in the resort. She books up for a massage for me and the wife on the house. Suddenly I'm going, this is good. Not only that, she makes sure that we are on the show tomorrow night. And apart from that, she makes sure that we have VIP passes to go backstage afterwards to see all the horses and the riders afterwards. My kids are jumping with joy. I'm going, yeah. So let me ask you this. Are my two kids fans of SeaWorld now? Yeah, you betcha. Am I a fan of SeaWorld? You're right. I'm telling you about them. They're not paying me to stand here talking about SeaWorld, but I'm doing it. Okay, so that's how you turn it around. 5 steps that you can take away with you now. First of all, apologise now. Don't wait for someone else to apologise later on. Do it now. When you see an upset customer, deal with it there and then. Don't blame others. The customer doesn't want to know the why factor, doesn't want to know the reasons why. You can't say, oh, the housekeeper's never showed up, or that someone was running late, or equipment's not working. No. Apologise, don't give them the why. Empower your staff to fix the problem. The frontline staff needs to be able to fix the problem, there and then. Ritz-Carlton. You've probably all heard of Ritz-Carlton hotels. They are #1 on customer surveys year on year on year because they allow their frontline staff to pay $2,000 of the company's money to fix a problem there and then. That's why. Compensate well and do the unexpected. When you're compensating someone, you don't want to bring them back to the level where they were as a normal customer. You want to bounce back. You want to go over the top. Make it easy to complain. You want these problems. You want these issues to be known so that you can fix them. Otherwise, you just become another average company doing the same old service. And this day and age, you don't want to be another average company. It was FedEx who said, if you don't look after your customers, somebody else will. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. We can all learn from that, that's for sure. It's one way to turn a shenanigan into a service. Very impressive.